I enjoyed those remaining 3 eggs very much. Just leaving the hot spring egg cooking area. I'm gonna head back up to the entrance, and there's a road here. I might follow it around. I'm thinking it might lead to the cave. Just want to see where the road goes. I don't think I have the energy to go deep into any kind of caves, but maybe I can go see what the cave looks like. I am thinking that this might be the entrance to the cave complex, just because it is so close to the hot spring. That's the hot spring right over there. And the sign way back there said, you know, half a kilometer to the hot springs and half a kilometer to the cave. So they have to be, bridge. I can never go past a bridge, especially a hanging bridge to go out to that rock. I wonder if it is open. I love a good Indiana Jones bridge. That's very cool. And here we go across the bridge. I can't go too far. I have to come back at some point to pick up the GoPro. But ooh. A lot of giant open spaces, just dying for a classic Hollywood movie moment, because yeah, you can you can go right through there. There's a lot of pieces of wood broke, right? And if they broke, it's to say all of the remaining bits of wood can't also break. Very cool. I'm going to come back and get the GoPro. Very bouncy. Holding on to the cables just in case I go through the planks. And I have something to hold on to. I made it. All right, let's go all the way across. Here are the spaces that I was talking about. Through you go. I thought perhaps the bridge would be leading to the cave, but it looks like we're just going to a shrine here. found a signboard for the Mae Sot cave, but it isn't clear to me where to go to find it. I need a "You are here" sign. I don't see one. Got a couple of bridges to cross, and then those look like pictures of the cave inside, but I'm not sure how to get there. Let's look around for a minute. I think I found it. It's pretty obvious. Right behind the sign is a trail, and along this trail I can already see a covered, not a covered, but an arched bridge. So it's a pretty good bet that our cave is located in this direction. The trail is leading me deeper into the forest, but based on the sign back there, I don't know how far the caves are. Couldn't really be that far, to be honest, because the cliffs are not that far ahead, and there's no way a trail is going up into those cliffs very easily. Still going up. I've just been tracking my climb using the time warp to speed it up. And I think if I knew it would be this much climbing, I wouldn't have tried. But you know how that is. You start a trail like this, you get part way up, and then it's so difficult to turn back. You really have to keep going all the way to the end. But I do wish I knew how much further it was. So, yeah, let's find out. Back to time warp. Let's go. Found the cave. It's a good thing I didn't turn back, because I was getting quite close to the cave just as I started thinking about turning back, and it wasn't that much further ahead. The cave is actually at the very top of this hill, or this mountain range. And I've switched over to filming with my smartphone because it is actually much better in low light than my GoPro. So I'm going to take this down into the cave and just take a little bit of a look around. Don't worry, I'm not going deep into this cave. The last thing I want to do is get lost in a cave in Thailand, and I don't even want to get a little bit lost considering how late it is in the afternoon. I have just enough time to take a peek inside here and then turn around and start heading back down, because I think I've got to get back on the scooter and start heading back towards Mae Sot soon. And I'm definitely not outfitted for spelunking. Looks like I'm going in the wrong direction already. This looks like the easier way to go. And on the last bit of the trail there, I kept running into spider webs strung between bamboo. And I started slapping and pawing at my face. So, having all kinds of adventures here. Okay, where does this little trail go? Not long ago, I watched kind of a time travel movie where some people went into a cave and found themselves inside a little time pocket where time traveled at, far faster speeds than in the outside world. And they went into the cave just for a couple of minutes, and then years would have passed back up on the surface. Okay, this is serious cave. This is nothing to mess around with. Whew. Yeah, look at that. I'm not going any further down there. The smartphone can see a little bit, but with my eyes, it's extremely dark, and I'm not going to take a risk. But you've already got some beautiful cave formations up above me. Take 1 or 2 steps. That is all I'm going to do. Oh, okay. Okay. This was definitely worth the climb to come up here. And if it were earlier in the day and I had at least a flashlight and good shoes on and maybe a partner, I might go in there a little bit. But up here on my own in sandals, late in the afternoon, no, I'm not going very deep. I think the cave, goes off on that side too. Very cool. Okay, I think I'm just going to climb over this section over here, take a look on down that side, and that's as far as I'm going to go. Okay, let's try to head out of here. As I said, it's a lot darker to my eyes than it looks on the phone, so I have to be very careful where I put my feet. I have read enough mountaineering and caving adventure books in my life to know how quickly things can go wrong. All you need to do is twist your ankle, and then what are you going to do? If I twisted my ankle right now, I would have a heck of a time getting back down the mountain, even though it just steps the entire way. These always give you food for thought, because this is clearly something that used to be hanging from high up above, right? It's got the exact same formation as those things up there, or this one right above me. So at some point in the last thousands of years, or hundreds of years, this thing was up there and then fell to where it sits now. And at some point in the future, probably long after I've left this earth, those guys are going to fall too. And hopefully nobody is standing underneath it when it goes. Okay. All right. There's actually signs over there, which is probably indicating the entrance to the main part of the cave. Looks like there would have been a much easier way of getting there through along there. All right, Doug. Keep it together. And of course, I'm making it twice as difficult for myself by holding on to the phone while I do this. So, What does this say? I assume those are 105 meters, 155 meters, and 205 meters. Well, I think I will go about 5 meters. How's that? Oh, there's actual stairs on this side. Okay, this is the way I should have gone. It's quite beautiful down here, even this little section. So let's go down these stairs. Ooh, look at that. Man, I don't really trust these stairs either. The metal has rotted all the way through. Oh man, do you hear that? Oh, the whole stairwell is ready to collapse. Oh. It's another thing you would see in a classic horror movie. You just make it down the metal stairs and then the whole stairway collapses behind you. And then, whoa, yowza. Whoa, no idea what I'm looking at. Oh man, there's a little wooden ladder here, just a piece of a ladder. Okay, if it's that dark on the phone, you can only imagine how dark it is to my eyes. It looks like a pit going down to nowhere. I'm going to turn on the light on my phone, take a look around. But I'm pretty sure this is as far as I'm going to go. Well, even the flashlight in my phone couldn't really show me very much. It could show me the ground right beneath my feet. So I was able to walk inside just a little bit farther. But looking ahead of me, it's just inky blackness. I have no idea what's down there. So this is as much of the cave as I'm going to see, but I'm very happy to have come up here. See if I get a nice view of behind me. That's where I came into this cavern. And there's the rickety stairs there. So I have not gone in very far. And it is far enough. But I am very curious what is down there. Though interestingly, the longer I'm standing here, the more my eyes are adjusting to the dark. I can now see a lot more than I could when I first came in. So I think if I had a flashlight, I could go a fair bit deeper without getting into trouble. But no, I'm not going to do that. Okay, head up these stairs. There it is, the entrance to the cave. I'll have to do a Google Translate on that sign when I get back to the guest house. Let's see what it says. And actually, I'm just going to walk up this trail just a little bit farther. I'm wondering whether the cave system continues on the other side. I imagine it does. Oh, no, I think I'll call it quits here. It's a lot of jagged rock over there. As I said, I'm a big fan of mountaineering books, and I've read more than my fair share of disaster stories where, for example, they're climbing to the top of Everest and they have an ironclad rule of when they're going to turn back from the top. And when you go with a guided tour, you know, with professionals, they drum that into you. Like no matter how close you are to the top, at 2 o'clock or 12 o'clock, whatever it is, you turn around and go back. because, you do not want to be stuck on the top of Everest overnight. And if a storm moves in, but it's so tempting if you're, say, 200 meters of altitude away from the top of Everest, you just want to make it to the top and then you'll turn back. And so many climbers got in trouble that way. So I'm trying to be smart, and instead of continuing on, I'm going to turn around, head back down while there's still lots of light for my scooter trip back to Mae Sot. So that means I probably won't be stopping at the temple here, but that's okay. Now that I know how close this place is, I can zoom up here quite quickly. I don't have to make a huge journey out of it like I did today. Just drive up here, see the temple, maybe even drive up here, see the temple, and come back to the cave like with a powerful flashlight, Another day trip idea. I don't have a powerful flashlight, but maybe I can track one down. All right, time to turn around and head back down the mountain. I just got back down to the bottom, and I think where I was up here. There's no way, of course, that I climbed all the way to the top of that. Not a chance. So where I think I climbed to, where the trail went, was to this saddle in between that peak and this higher one. So I think the cave is just up here on the other side of that saddle. As always with these things, when you look at it from the ground, it doesn't look like much. You think, I can get up there, no problem. Until you start climbing, you start walking, and then even gaining that much altitude is a bit of a challenge. And my scooter is down there, of course, where my walk ended. And it's time to get on the scooter, drive back to Mae Sot. Just leaving from the hot springs, heading back to Mae Sot. Got the GoPro mounted on the handlebars of the scooter again. And I think my journey back to Mae Sot will be a lot more straightforward than my trip out here. I won't be going down any particular country roads, just follow the obvious road straight back, straight shot. I just arrived back in my neighborhood in Mae Sot. This is my neighborhood store where I might occasionally drop in to grab a can of beer. And today was definitely a end the day with a cold can of beer day. So, picked something up. Head over this little bridge here and I'll be back at the guest house. And there we are. Home sweet home. I made it. All right, let's go all the way across. Here are the spaces that I was talking about. Through you go. Oh, man. That is a lot of fishing rods. And as far as I can tell, there's only one guy there for all of them. $11 of them by my count.